classroom environment is one of the most important factors affecting student learning. A positive environment is one in which students feel a sense of belonging, trust others, and feel encouraged to tackle challenges, take risks, and ask questions. Such an environment provides relevant content, clear learning goals and feedback, opportunities to build social skills, and strategies to help students succeed. According to the 2017 curriculum, the learning environment must recognize students and their integral formation and encourage their active participation and capacity for self-knowledge. Likewise, it has to assume the diversity of forms and needs to learning as an inherent characteristic of school work. Through this environment, all students are encouraged to integrate new learning into their knowledge structures, and significant learning takes place with the help of appropriate materials for students, as opposed to merely memorial or mechanical. This environment should ensure that the school designs situations that reflect an interpretation of the world, at the same time demand that students learn in circumstances close to their reality. This means that the presence of quality educational materials. We all know factors that can threaten a positive classroom environment. We can't control all these factors, but what if we could implement some simple strategies to buffer against their negative effects? The best time to start developing a positive learning environment in your classroom is during the first days, weeks, and months of the school year, but it's never too late to get started. By implementing these strategies, you will be able to combine the need for positive learning environments that foster improved academic performance with the ability to promote students' social and emotional well-being and process inside and outside the classroom. Step 1. Make learning relevant. The more relevant a topic or subject is to students on success and happiness, the more engaged they will become in the learning process. It's also helpful to discover the interests, talents, and learning styles of each student if it's possible. Step 2. Develop a code of conduct. First step to establishing a code of conduct is to ask students how they like being treated. From this question, students should be able to brainstorm a list of behaviors they believe are respectful, kind, fair, and appropriate. At this point, together students and teachers should be able to agree that treating others the way we each want to be treated is the best code of conduct. Step 3. Employ a positive actions curriculum. Children come from diverse family, cultural, and socioeconomic backgrounds. All these influences and others shape students' perspective of what's appropriate and what is not. Developing a positive action curriculum is one of the most effective ways to teach and instill in students positive behaviors. Positive action curriculum should teach students that positive actions lead to a good feeling and positive self-image. Positive actions, such as problem solving, decision making, and thinking skills, develop the brain and make us smarter. Positive actions, such as kindness, admitting mistakes, taking responsibility for our own actions, goal setting, positive behaviors, which help students feel good about themselves and others. Step 4. Help students develop intrinsic motivation. Feeling good about themselves is an intrinsic motivator to students, and positive actions help children feel good about themselves. So, how do the students constantly engage in positive actions? Helping students learn by changing a negative thought to a positive, they can produce positive actions, and that positive action will help them feel good about themselves. That is a powerful intrinsic motivation. Step 5. Reinforce positive behaviors. Recognizing and reinforcing positive behaviors is one of the most effective ways to produce positive actions in students, strengthen intrinsic motivation, and create a productive and positive learning environment. Prizes and reward systems are great ways to recognize students and reinforce positive behavior and achievement in the classroom. However, it's also important to help students make the connection between positive behavior and the good feeling it produces, not just the physical award, and students will continue producing more positive actions and exhibiting positive behaviors. Step 6. Always respond with positivity. Interacting with students in a positive manner, exhibiting positive behaviors, and maintaining a positive attitude is one of the most important steps for creating a positive learning environment and producing successful students. Positivity is one of the most powerful agents of change for establishing and maintaining a positive learning environment at school and in the classroom. A positive classroom environment is an important tool for establishing a successful and effective school year. There are numerous factors that may have an influence on positive classroom environments. However, it is critical that teachers create a positive classroom environment to encourage the students' growth. A positive classroom environment enhances the students' ability to learn and to be productive in and out of the classroom. The school environment must foster a harmonious coexistence in which values such as respect, responsibility, freedom, justice, solidarity, collaboration, and non-discrimination are fostered. All members of the school community, students, teachers, administrative staff, and authorities must have a proper environment for their performance and realization. 3 teachers were interviewed, one for each level of the 3 levels of basic education. All conclude that a good learning environment is one in which a student feels safe, where they are given all the opportunities to learn. Not only talking about the infrastructure, but one in which the student can express himself without fear of being wrong and that he feels the support of his classmates and his teacher. And although technological resources are very important in our time, every situation must be adapted to the circumstances of each institution because not all the schools have these facilities. As we have seen, to create a learning environment, we must put the student at the center of everything. In this way, we will focus on their needs and we will be able to provide everything they need. This time, we will take as an example to create a good learning environment, one of the gardens visited in these days of observation and practice of the 3rd semester. This garden is located in the Colon San Bernabé in Monterrey, Nuevo León. This garden presents a serious problem of delinquency, and the students suffer violence within the family. We suggested these ideas to create a learning environment in which the student feels safe, a place where the parents are invited to reflect on the education of the children and the treatment that they receive. Knowing already what the learning environment is, what it is, and the right process to execute it, it can be said that a conducive learning environment can be created if the following actions are carried out. Now, how to create a good learning environment around this problem? Number 1. Organize sports clubs as a method of relief. For example, karate. Number 2. Create awareness of respect and care in the community through government programs. Number 3. Organize conferences for parents with experts in various topics to request support or information of their particular situations. Number 4. Take part of the class time to listen and talk about the emotions of the students. Number 5. Create a corner where children can go if they feel distressed. And finally, number 6. To have a team of psychologists and support teachers in each school that requires it.